shit don't be goddamn it. My content is okay. My content is not for everyone, and I say that respectfully. Always be yourself with no misintentions, and especially when someone says you don't have potential, or it takes a group of people to try to kick you down, regardless of what you're going through. And I say that respectfully, when you wasn't trying to hurt yourself or others around you. How folks had to group up within groups at the end of the day to paint you out to be mentally unstable when you truly keeping it real, being authentic with all of their mental health. Never give up on yourself, and I say that respectfully. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and my content is not for everyone. It's not. Today is currently September 11th, 2025. Always be yourself, and I say that respectfully. To the genuine ones with no misintentions, I truly hope that you continue to find peace within regards to who gave up on you or overlooked you during your journey. You matter and you are worthy. My content is not for everyone. Now, you have to check on me, goddamn. My content is okay. It is. Excuse me. That's what they forgot to say that day. Excuse me, pardon their manners. But hold on 1 second, how our vocabulary wasn't the same. They try to humble you. Only was hold on 1 second, it wasn't an even exchange. They try to project mind manipulation games, trying to control the narrative when it came to your train of thought. Said that you was mentally unstable, but you was truly keeping it real. Made them so uncomfortable because you truly keeping it real, you know. Being your authentic self, speaking up for yourself. Fall for mentally unstable, you was truly keeping it real. I may sound like a broken record, but unconditional love allows you to feel while folks trying to play in your face. No, that's the trade over me. A motherfucker would say, you mentally unstable. No, the trade over me. I would say he say, she say, just to go up against one person. That strength is different because you understood your reality. You wasn't on the surface level with the same folks at the end of the day, but you didn't have to pretend to be authentic. No, that's the trade off for me. How folks want you to be so low vibrational. So they got to send spell or chaos, confusion in your life to disturb your peace. All because you was willing to choose you to go with them. I may not make sense to the average person, but being authentic, that remedy is different. Showing up for yourself. Always be yourself. And I say that respectfully. They said, you crazy neighbor, 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 neighbor. Hold on 1 second. They said, you crazy, 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 crazy neighbor, neighbor. Hold on 1 second. You know, authenticity will make someone feel emotionally unstable. You know, because at the end of the day, you wasn't enabled someone's conversation. They try to dim your light to discourage you, regardless of showing you balance when it comes to acknowledging your worth, when it comes to maturing and hold on 1 second, you know, hold that conversation. You know, when you love yourself, it's going to be folks in different tax brackets that's going to swear at the end of the day truly woke. All because you truly got potential and you was never the issue. I may not make sense to the average person, but it took a hate train to discourage an innocent person. So you had to dibble and dabble, say this person's like this, they like that, they like this, just to dim their light, all because of their existence. You didn't want someone to see somebody's light. You know how people would enable a conversation at the end of the day just to kick the next person down and see them frown. You know, the same ones that's gang stalking that innocent person, and then when they speak up for themselves, you say they mentally unstable when they was only trying to fix their crown. I love myself, not to dim my light. You know, energy is different. Where does it start? Fuck it, go in. No, ever take off of me. Beat yourself, don't tip your light. Hold on 1 second, hold on 1 second. Neighbor, 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 neighbor. I'm far from my head, neighbor, 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 neighbor. I would say fuck you and your opinion. And be the train of thought from when I'm standing on business. Regardless of coming from poverty and pain. They're mad at my tax bracket that they understand elevation hits different going with them. When you're trying to change your life to do better for yourself, there's always a motherfucker in the background trying to make you feel like you're supposed to be weak-minded. You know. Didn't matter their tax bracket. I don't mean no disrespect, but they pick and choose to talk about spirituality on God. Or let alone being real. Hold on 1 second, we was in the same field. It's the train throw for me. The grass was greener on the other side, neighbor, neighbor, neighbor. Only realized, hold on 1 second, we wasn't part of the same labor. And I say that respectfully. Didn't have to pretend to be authentic. Something that you had to do was grow. Something that you had to do was gang up in the group when it come to that coke. No, I didn't mean to say that shit. Oh, shit. I meant to say coke, but it sounded like coke. No, you haven't changed on me. You gotta have it too, son of a bitch. That's what you try to project on me. So I was mentally unstable, but I was truly woke. You know how someone could try to frame you to be something that you truly not? Or because you truly got potential when you was never the issue? How this type of stuff actually happens. How you got your next door neighbor gang stalking, but as soon as you speak up for yourself, you dead ass wrong the matter tax bracket. You know, like, it take he say, she say, he say, she say. It took he say, she say just to kick one person down. But goddamn, God maintained they smile. You had to throw spoke in a toxic way. You wanted someone to be uncomfortable in their own skin, but God didn't make a mistake. It's the type of stuff that actually happens when folks trying to control the narrative of someone's life when it comes to their existence. You mentally unstable, neighbor. You mentally unstable, neighbor. Fuck you. It's a train of thought for me. I mean, literally, hold on 1 second, but stay in your lane. This type of stuff actually happens. I choose myself not to dim my light. I choose myself not to dim my light. Being authentic will bother your mental health. But goddamn, neighbor, just stay in your lane. But your mind games. You got this witch, this warlock, that weak ass bitch that can't think for herself or himself. It be the train of thought for me to better theyself. Looking at you like competition, but you was never the issue. These bitches just stressing out right the level. Homie was to hold on 1 second. You knew how to self-reflect. Go with it. I love myself, not to dim my light. No, for real. That ain't just different. You know, they say God not real, but God's been keeping it real. God revealed the devil when it came to my doorstep that day. Hold on 1 second. I was far from mentally unstable. The energy is different. You try to dim my light. You try to dim my light. Always be yourself. Usually they gonna respect you, disrespect you, but the respect at the end of the day, what the fuck is your issue? Just stay in your lane. Bitch, you really need a tissue. Dealing with your depression, bitch, it ain't me at the end of the day. No, because I wasn't stressing you out. Just stay in your fucking lane. It's a trade off for me. How when you speak up for yourself, right? Did I want you to blossom? Did I want you to blossom? No. I wasn't on your time, devil. Cause you a lie. Devil, you a lie. This type of stuff actually happens when you try to blossom. It be folk with these weak-ass minds at the end of the day. They be trying to cause so much chaos and confusion in your life. You know, playing with spoke in a toxic way. These weak-ass bitches be hiding their hands. Hold on 1 second. I saw you, weak bitch. And drink over me. Mentally unstable. That's what you said I was. But I was truly woke that you couldn't relate to. Go on with that. I ain't have to dibble and dabble with that bullshit. I ain't have to energy harvest off your energy either. To show you at the end of the day, I was being authentic. No, Evan trained on me, but you did. Evan trained on me, and I asked my shit back. Respectfully. This is the part where they say that you're mentally unstable. They be sitting there taking notes to fill out. Hold on 1 second. What is she going to say next? It took a minute to love myself. It was more than a minute. The energy hits different. You know, spiritual warfare is real. Only to realize I was keeping it real. Being authentic. Loving yourself and loving yourself. Don't dim your light. Loving yourself, don't dim your light. That's what the devil wants you to do. Wants you to shut up, but you keep going. Hold on 1 second, you don't overlook you. You know when someone tries to control the narrative in the background, they mad at tags back with their bad habits, and you didn't have to kick yourself down. You know, hurting yourself with words, because you understand confidence is different. That's going to truly make someone truly go crazy with them. I have a strength on me. Oh my God. He said, Duet, can you corner you and nobody? Hold on 1 second. Here she goes again. Nah, respectfully. Going in. You know, when the folks is truly for you at the end of the day, they ain't going to dim your light. They going to show you why you're truly bright. You know, believing in faith they can't relate to. I walk by faith, not by sight. They would never understand my existence. I wasn't trying to lose me when I went within. How this type of stuff actually happens. How you got your next door neighbor, different tax bracket. Throwing spell work at you in a toxic way. Wants you to be so uncomfortable in your own skin. But hold on 1 second, bitch, we wasn't the same. It be the train of thought for me. Expressing yourself is dead ass wrong. Hold on 1 second, bitch, I didn't have to do you wrong. You know, 6 feet apart, thank you, no thank you. I never knew that was a crime, but goddamn, I didn't think I was better than nobody when God had a plan. I don't worship the devil. Good day, bad day, misunderstanding day. But confidence truly fucks you up at the end of the day. Go on with it. Damn! You have to get shit out of your weight, bitch. Not your body weight. That's how you carry yourself. Talking about this dyke, this gay lesbo bitch. Them that bitch like us ain't nobody's paying attention. It be the train of thought for me. Why all the hate at the end of the day? All because of the fact that I know how to be myself, authentic. But you still get dicked down by the next dude at the end of the day. Why your bitch is so frowning? Oh my God. Fuck you. Oh my God, I didn't even say that. No, literally, I did. It's the same though for me. How a dude be so worried about you. But at the end of the day, he in the closet. While his bitch sitting right next to him at the end of the day, he still apologizing. Trying to figure out if he coming or going. Only to realize to hold on 1 second, she still not woke to let him go. Or because she's so mentally unstable, he projected spell work in a toxic way to make her feel mentally unstable too. How the fuck did you do that? So you know when you be real? Folks who try to paint a narrative that you're crazy, mentally unstable. But they quick to try to kick you down. You ever told somebody you're trying to get your life together, but they in the background can't figure it out at the end of the day? How to dim your light so you won't maintain your crown. That's that crown that God put on your head at the end of the day when you didn't have to wow out. You know, growth hits different. Certain folks aren't supposed to be part of your existence. But loving yourself, the he say, she say wasn't part of my conversation. I wasn't running from my past. I understood self-control. Discipline, something that you didn't relate to at the end of the day was gone within. When you had to realize that, I'm not saying, you didn't help me to stop, you weak bitch. It's not a crime to be authentic. I may not make sense to the average person, but that's okay. You know, gang stalking is real to your household. And it's disgusting to see the people that do it to you try to paint you out to be mentally unstable. But who's really the mentally unstable one? If you have to gather up in a group of people just to kick one person down, or because you're trying to control the narrative because someone wanted to see someone down, someone was able to control the narrative because they work in a certain department, someone works in a certain community, and they're able to control the narrative, or someone tries to blackmail somebody with their documentation at the end of the day, and this whole entire time the innocent person didn't have to lie one day. How this type of stuff actually happens. And they be the main ones that hack your devices, gang stalk you, when come to your emails, working with this person in that department, working with this person in that department. How this type of stuff actually happens. You know, when that innocent person that's labeled crazy, whatever the case may be, that didn't have the strength to speak up for themselves because someone was projecting spell work on somebody, or someone was projecting fear in somebody. I don't live in fear, and I'm not scared of the devil. Good day, bad day, misunderstanding day. Hold on 1 second, maybe we're not the same. They would gang stalk you, hack your devices, your emails, tap your calls, whatever the case may be, monitor your every move. But then you're mentally unstable. How is that? How am I mentally unstable because I'm being authentic? Hello, you dumbass, you piece of shit. I'll be for a piece of your lime. Not respectfully. They pick and choose who could curse. They pick and choose who could talk about the devil. They pick and choose who could talk about God. They pick and choose when to love yourself. But they quit to say, get your life together. How you want someone to get their life together? And when they start to get their life together, you still trying to kick them down the process. You tell someone to show up at court, and you tell them at the end of the day, I don't want to see you back in this courthouse. Get your life together. Stop dealing with the people that you're around. Remove yourself from people that's kicking you down. Remove yourself from an environment that you're in. And as soon as you do so at the end of the day, they still want to kick you down. How this type of stuff actually happens. You know, my content is not for everyone. It doesn't matter if you're an entrepreneur or not. And if you are chasing a dream to love yourself at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what you're doing, especially when you have malicious intentions. Never allow someone to discourage you. Never allow someone to project fear in you for you showing up for yourself because they work in a certain department or they're able to control the narrative. When you believe in yourself at the end of the day, the right people see you, hear you, respect you, and they're not going to blackmail you against you, and especially when you're speaking the truth. Always be yourself. Being authentic is not a crime, and I say that respectfully. I was part of a hate crime that was done 7/31 to me, 2025. I would never hurt myself good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. You know, healing trauma and pain is not a race overnight process, and I say that respectfully. No mother or father or loved one should lose a child or lose a family member because of the fact that someone has insecurity problems, someone is jealous and envy or has hate in their mindset at the end of the day, or someone doesn't know how to understand self-control to stay in their lane. How this type of stuff actually happens. When someone's projecting pain on an innocent person because someone say, I outgrew the old. I outgrew a mindset at the end of the day that was not benefiting me at the end of the day, but I wasn't running from my past. That energy is different. When you don't run from your past, And when you don't take accountability as an adult, that energy is different when it comes to growth. You know that person that was trying to blackmail you at the end of the day, and how they watch you every single day. Like they see you with them watching you, but they would never take accountability for what they did to you. But they would continue to walk around with a mask on and paint this picture at the end of the day that, nah, you're mentally unstable. And I'm sticking to my story. But your voice matters. And especially if you never had malicious intentions towards that person. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. How these weak motherfuckers at the end of the day will project spell work on you. And as soon as you speak up for yourself, you're mentally unstable. But when God reveals the devil on the enemy to you at the end of the day, never live in fear. My content is not for everyone. It's not. And I'm not afraid of the devil. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding. And I say that respectfully. I walk these streets alone, and I do not live in fear, regardless of who's gang stalking me, who hacked my devices, who's projecting spell work towards me, good day, bad day, and misunderstanding. And I say that respectfully. How folks will try to humble you, but you always been humble. It be the train of thought for me. Like a person with a low IQ score that has to sit there and try to destroy someone with spell work or let on any energy harvest or someone's energy. Now, Evan Jacob, you doing too much. You's a weak motherfucking bitch. You's a weak son of a bitch. No, for real. Because a real person at the end of the day, they got their own gifts, and they're far from a vampire. They're far from a person that has the energy harvest of someone's energy, and they have a soul. Good day, bad day, and misunderstanding day. They have a heart. Like people pick and choose because someone's culture, religion, sexual orientation, disability. They pick and choose who they trying to humble. They pick and choose who they want to project fear in. And they sit there and say that you're mentally unstable. Everybody has good and bad days and misunderstanding days. Just because someone's in pain at the end of the day, just like I can't sit there and say you don't have a headache. I can't sit there and say that your body's not swollen or whatever the case may be. I can't sit there and say that because I'm not in your body. How folks will try to blackmail you against you and they don't even know you. It's a train of thought for me. And you didn't have to get physical. You didn't have to be a crash out. But a person will try to flip the narrative and say that you are mentally unstable, or you're a crash out, or you're aggressive, you're disrespectful, whatever the case may be. Or they will plot scenarios to try to blackmail you against you, all because of the fact that you was willing to speak up for yourself. My content is not for everyone. It's not. And it's disgusting to see how grown-ass men, don't matter your culture, will disrespect a woman and she didn't have to do anything to you. Because there's real women that walk around these streets and real men that walk around these streets. And I mean this respectfully. There's real men that walk around these streets and they don't act like they got a PUSSY between their legs. No, that's the straight on me. I said what the fuck I said. And they damn sure ain't tucking it in the back at the end of the day like a pocketbook. And I don't mean no disrespect. The one who talk with his chest, not with his fist, to put it across a famous face at the end of the day, to put it across a female's face because he has jealousy and hate and envy within him. Regardless if he's raising little girls or not, he knows how to respect a woman. It's men at the end of the day that change their life around for all the right reasons, that may have had a hand problem. But then they realize at the end of the day, why would I want my child to go through that? I need to change me before at the end of the day, my child face me. Because you know what happens? The same reflection that you're projecting on another female, your child will be standing in front of somebody just like you. It'd be the train of thought for me. That's why that man changed his life forever. You know, it's certain men out here at the end of the day that knows how to respect the female, regardless if he had his mother or father in the household or not. Regardless to what environment that he lived in, he knows how to respect a woman. It's a train of thought for me. How folks would try to blackmail you and then try to control the narrative of your life and then say that you're mentally unstable. No real man is going to kick a woman down. He protects, he respects, and doesn't have malicious intentions. That ain't just different. And if that man is not for that woman, or regardless to what environment that man is in at the moment, he's not sending her the evil eye. He's not projecting spirit towards her. He's not energy harvesting off her energy. It's a train of thought for me. And he damn sure ain't got a group up with folks at the end of the day to kick that woman down, or regardless of his peers at the end of the day, because we are all not the same. My content is not for everyone, and I say it respectfully. It's not, and that's okay. I said what I said. And that's the same as females too. We all don't operate the same. And I said it respectfully. It's women that walk around here and they don't present an evil eyes to the next female or the next man, or whatever the case may be. Or sit out here project lust, or sit out here and project spell work on people, or energy harvest of the next person's energy. Everybody don't operate like that. And I say this respectfully. It doesn't matter if someone's a witch, a warlock, or not. Because certain individuals come from an environment where it was the norm to be this certain way. But some people don't take on that in their future. They left it in that household with their parents, their guardians, whoever was around them. Everybody's not the same. In real, at the end of the day, they know how to respect their neighbor when it comes to their space. My content is not for everyone, and that's okay. I may not make sense to the average person, but I'm not for you. My content is not for everybody, and that's okay. It was more so like checkmate. Hold on 1 second. Here, reality. Blessing, 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 blessing. Yeah, you was the gift from God. Hold on 1 second. The devil did lie. The devil tried to test you, but God gave you the proper instructions. That validation you was looking for at the end of the day was always within you. It was supposed to try to humble you, but God truly shows you reflection to love you. You know, that innocent child within you. Because when you went within at the end of the day to heal that wound, they would never understand how comfortable you had to feel. They would never understand how uncomfortable you had to feel. Because that childhood trauma went into your adulthood. Those obstacles was real, but you truly understood that, hold on 1 second, one day I would heal. They didn't see that you was beautiful. They didn't see that you was handsome. They didn't know how to respect you. They just wanted to abuse you. Mentally, physically, emotionally, make you unstable. It wasn't a game at the end of the day because it was truly you that day. Understanding your reflection. I love myself, not to dim my light. I love myself, not to dim my light. The energy is different. Loving yourself. An intuition they can relate to, finding peace within. You know that person that said you was mentally unstable, but you was truly keeping the vertigo within. They can't see what God shows you. When folks try to humble you, that testimony is different because God never made a mistake. I may not make sense to the average person. You ever feel like you know how to express yourself? You got choked up on your own words, but only was to hold on 1 second. God brought you balance when you least expected. Sitting alone, hold on 1 second. Wearing a mask for so long, only was to hold on 1 second. I wasn't trying to reject me. Who's here to truly protect me? They said, God not real, but God loves you. 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 We don't pray the same. I ain't have hate in my vein. Overcoming obstacles. Hold on 1 second. You want us to change. That maturity is different when you act in your body way. I grew to old when it came to your shoe size that day. Only realized the hold on 1 second, God didn't make a mistake. The devil was trying to test you, but God was showing you elevation. The energy is different. Continue to blossom, butterfly. The energy is different. You are beautiful. You are handsome. You gain weight. You lose weight. You got a couple of scars. They would never understand that God didn't make a mistake. God created you special when you least expected. Being unique and authentic. Hold on 1 second. God never overlooked you when it comes to your reflection. You're able to look in the mirror, pour into yourself, never give up on yourself. And I say that respectfully. When they try to humble you, who would have knew that God was really protecting you when God spent the block that day? Because God really loves you. I love to talk about love. No, I haven't said nothing, goddamn. I love to talk about love. Ah! Love is real. Love is one of a kind. Imagine taking the right steps. It was right to left. Only to realize the hold on 1 second. You didn't give up on yourself another day. Understanding intuition, who would have knew? Found peace within. You got to where you was going when you least expected. What a journey. You almost lost yourself along the way, but who would have knew that you were worthy? Worthy of loving you. Boundaries is different. Your past, hold on one second. You kept with the mistakes, but you truly fixed them to go within. Or let alone that toxic relationship was real. Someone fumbled you that day, they know how to keep it real. They know how to protect your heart, let on your crown that day. But who would have knew the love of your life wasn't a mistake? Someone sees you, hears you, respects you, bring you the proper balance, the end they truly pour into you. You know unconditional love hits different. Someone sees you, respects you. Wow. Someone truly brought this into your life at the end of the day. That didn't overlook you. You know, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and just because moments, you know that remedy starts to hit different when someone's truly stepping with you at the end of the day. Only because you gain a love and a best friend and a business partner all in one. Who would have knew? Everybody's spoken like it's not the same. But someone didn't have to pretend to love you. It wasn't lust. It wasn't spell work. Someone truly showed it, hold on one second, true love wasn't complicated. You know, someone finally with common sense, emotionally available. Who would have knew the love of your life would truly pour into you? It went from 1 year to 2 years to 3 years to 30 years. A dream come true, saying I do to the love of your life. Only because hold on one second, he was able to treat you right. Finally, imagine falling in love with somebody every single day. And you're not the type of person to have your cake and eat it too, because God didn't make a mistake. You pray to go within 1 day, only because you met your destiny. You know, you got to your destiny. Something they can't relate to. It was a miracle. Someone got access to your heart, and they wasn't trying to fumble you. It went from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and you said I would start this all over again, another lifetime with the right person. Not was they only just truly fine, but they actually knew how to love you the right way the first time around. Who would have knew that true love wasn't uncomfortable? I may not make sense to the average person, but when the right person walks into your life, it be days that hold on one second. Is this real? Is this real? Is this real? Someone finally loving you. Someone actually fulfilling shoes that you least expected. Someone caught you off guard, but it wasn't a rejection. Someone loving you right the first time around. Who would have knew that true love wasn't blindsided when the love of your life loved you right the first time around? Love is real, love is one of a kind with the right one that's truly for you. My content is not for everyone, and that's okay. What's up, butterfly? Your light got bright more than ever. Your light got more bright than ever. It was your faith. It was your confidence. It wasn't a mistake. Only was the hold on 1 second. Someone wasn't trying to dim your light. It was days you got lost in your word. It was days you got lost in your words. Only realized the hold on 1 second. You wasn't trying to walk away from real love. Finally, someone sees you. Someone hears you. Not only that, someone shows you an empty cup that you brought to a table. Someone was able to meet you halfway to fulfill that cup that day. Not only just for that day, but that season. Not only that season, but it was a journey of true love was truly comfortable. Allow you to feel that hold on 1 second, insecurities and live within you. You know that conversation that you had that day when it came to your past? Or you felt like you wasn't worthy enough, only was the hold on 1 second? Pain did not last. You started to pour into you to love you. And as soon as you did so at the end of the day, you allowed the love of your life to enter into your world. Only was the hold on 1 second. They was able and capable of treating you right. Not to make you mentally unstable. Now, in the trade, don't be always be yourself with no molesters. My cousin, but that's okay. Always be yourself with intentions. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and my content is not for everyone. I may be corny to you, I may be whack to you, but that's okay. Cause you're not for me and have a nice day somewhere else. I gotta go. Always be yourself. It's gonna be people at the end of the day that don't want you to elevate. It's gonna be people around you sending spoken in a toxic way. It's gonna be people at the end of the day sending you the evil lie. It don't matter about their tags bracket, what community in at the end of the day, but you matter and you are worthy. Because when the right people walk into your life, they see you, they hear you, and they respect you. And they don't gotta go against you when it comes to hate train to kick you down, discourage you. And I say that respectfully. I'm far from a hater, and I'm far from miserable. Hit the train, don't be out, be for a piece of your own life. I gotta go. Always be yourself with no misintentions. Misunderstood and loved by you, far from a hater. What about you? Misunderstood and judged by you, far from a hater. What about you? Stop the violence in the community. Stop the violence in the community. Now, ever say the thought for me? Stop the violence. You may not feel. How do I say this? Never allow someone to make you feel like you're not beautiful enough. Never allow someone to project their insecurities on you. And if someone got to sit there at the end of the day and take a group of people to go up against you and it's only one you, continue to love you because it bothers them at the end of the day because you're willing to choose you. Regardless, they trying to blackmail you against you and you never have malicious intentions because loving yourself at the end of the day is not a crime. And I say that respectfully. You know, getting stalked is real to your household and you're not doing it for likes and views or clout chasing or fame. I never signed up for anybody's one-sided ass contract, and I say that respectfully. How people would try to paint you out to be mentally unstable, crazy, delusional, whatever the case may be. But they sit there, hack your phones, your devices, your emails, monitor your phone calls, your transactions when it comes to you spending money, or let alone they watch your every move when it comes to having you under surveillance. But they sit there and say that you're mentally unstable. It tells a lot about them. And then they have a hate train towards you at the end of the day. Well, a group of people that you don't even have to know. And you're in all these people group text messages and emails going back and forth and they just talking nothing about shit about you. But you the one that's mentally unstable though? It's a trade though, people. No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. Just by you being yourself. Continue to do you. Be yourself. And I say that respectfully. Because you don't have to pretend to be something you're truly not. And that's authentic. I'm far from a copycat. And I'm damn sure far from a hater. Loving yourself is not a crime. Never feel wrong expressing yourself to the wrong person. Because when the right people walk into your life, they see you, they hear you, and they respect you. Because what happens is when you express yourself to the wrong person, you start to feel like you start to beat yourself up with your own words. Like, damn, I shouldn't have said that. Or I should have did this, I should have did that, I should have did this, I should have did that. Evidently, God was revealing at the end of the day that that person was not for you. Regardless to what job description they was, regardless if it was a family or not at the end of the day. Because when someone is not for you at the end of the day, it's okay to grow. Something that you wasn't running from. And that was your past that day. You are worthy of loving yourself, and I say that respectfully. I'm not here genuine respect, and I'm far from a hater. I never gave nobody permission to control my email. I never gave nobody permission to hack my devices or my accounts or monitor my every move. I say that respectfully. I do not live in fear, and I would never hurt myself good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. Never stop loving yourself, and I say that respectfully. It's not a crime to be authentic. Everybody expresses themselves differently. I'm not for you, and that's okay. You can go find somebody else to watch this entertaining at the end of the day. And I say that respectfully. No need to send spell work. No need to send an evil lie. Because the devil is a lie. And that was you that day. And I don't live in fear. When I look the devil in the eye, I don't run. You know, when you be yourself, and folks' energy harvest off your energy, they would sit there and call you a bum. They would sit there disrespect you so bad. And then when you call your energy back, you dead ass wrong. Or they want to project spell on you. They want to project fear in you. They want to cast beauty magic towards you. They want to project weight loss gain or losing weight or whatever case may be, spell work towards you. All because of the fact that, hold on 1 second. Confidence. You stepped on faith. And taking that leap of faith at the end of the day, God wasn't misleading of the day. Regardless of what environment you was in. Because God was never for sale, likes and views of cloud chasing or fame. We all are the same. I'm far from a hater, neighbor. Stay in your lane. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and my content is not for everyone. I would never hurt myself good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. You know, when someone threatens your life, regardless if it's a male or a female, that nobody's going to hear you or believe at the end of the day, never allow someone to project fear in you. And especially when you never had to do anything to somebody at the end of the day because they work in a certain department or they work in a certain environment or they have a certain tax bracket at the end of the day. Never allow someone to project fear in you because you're speaking up for yourself. People pick and choose who they want to bully. People pick and choose who they want to project a hate crime towards. People pick and choose who can talk about God or the devil or whatever the case may be. Always be yourself. My content is not for everyone, and that's okay. Gang stalking is real to your household, and you're not doing it for likes, views, or clout chasing or fame. I'm far from an addict, and I'm far from a sex worker, and I say that respectfully, regardless who's in the background trying to blackmail me against me. I would never hurt myself good day, bad day, or misunderstand day. And when it comes to my creativity, since day one, it's always just been me. No third party, and I say that respectfully, regardless of what next door neighbor, any tags bracket is trying to say they work with me at the end of the day when it comes to my creativity. The devil's a lie, because you a goddamn lie. You better go find yourself with your identity crazy having ass. I gotta go. Always be yourself. It's not a crime to be authentic. It's not. Because the right people that's truly for you, they hear you, they see you, they respect you. I may not make sense to the average person, but being authentic, it was never a crime. I'm not trying to hurt myself or others around me. Always be yourself. And loving yourself is not a crime. And I say that respectfully. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect. And my content is not for everybody. Have a safe year, day, evening, week, weekend. You matter, you're worthy. Loving yourself is not a crime. Peace, respect, self-respect. Loving yourself is not a crime. Always be yourself. Protect your energy. Protect you and your family. Stay out of trouble. You matter and you are worthy. You are loved and respected by all the right people that's truly for you at the end of the day. Never allow distractions in life stop you from loving you, and I say that respectfully. Always be yourself. Humanity, you're worthy. I'm Naya, genuine respect. And when it comes to my creativity, I get it from my Heavenly Mother, my Heavenly Father God, and I don't worship the devil. In my soul, damn, so ain't for sale. I gotta go. Peace and respect, self-respect. Shouldn't they bust up the mind? Them unite.